Do you know what every Minecraft world needs? Factories. That's right, in this video we're finally doing something I've been wanting to do for a long time. I didn't. That's new, I didn't do that. Anyway, something I've been wanting to do for a long time. Bring industrialization to this world. So I've already set up an area which was dug by I don't know who, because some people apparently consider my base a great spot to mine for sand. But anyway, I already set up a spot and I got the whole factory ready to be built, so I have the resources there. Someone is killing withers, and well, I'll start with building those outer parts here. So let's do a small time lapse. And there we have the 4 exterior pillars of the factory. So the first floor will just be the entrance. The second floor will be furnaces to produce everything I need from cobblestone that will be generated on the third floor, which is basically the most important part of the factory. And before I finish the exterior, let me do something real quick. And there it is. The interior is built. So basically you've got the first floor, which is just the entrance, and yes, the walls are not here yet, but that'll come in time. There are the furnaces, and here is the most important part, the cobblestone generator. The link to the tutorial I used is in the description. And well, now that the factory is fully functional, I think I can finally get to, building the walls. So, time for another time lapse. And it's complete. So the factory took about an hour and a half to build, I think, honestly. That plus all the time it took for me to go and collect the few materials I had forgotten. Like, for example, you see that? That's basalt. Well, I was missing 3 blocks of it. And I had to do a whole 20-minute trip at least to go and get more because I honestly didn't know where I had any. But in the end it worked out, so the build is pretty nice, I think, with 3 sides which have vents like that, and 1 with a pump for the water. It's designed like that because actually I didn't have the space here to place one of the vents because the cobblestone generator is right against the wall. So the inside is like that. You go up with that. Here are the furnaces, which are currently working on making some cobblestone into regular stone. Here you access the upper level, and it's, well, the whole system for the furnaces and the cobblestone generator. And yes, it's not really decorated, but honestly it doesn't need to be, it's a factory. Sorry, I got a bit sick. But on better news, while I was building it, I think it's visible at some point in the time-lapse, I was attacked by a bunch of creepers and skeletons, and I got a disc. Okay, so now that we have access to industrial supplies of cobblestone, we're gonna have to do something with it, because it's way too much for what I'm going to use. Which is why the plan is to repurpose one of Dr. Nopi's old shop, which he doesn't really need anymore. So it's going to be this building right here, which he used to sell tuff. And we're going to sell cobblestone and stone to try and make more profits. So the building itself is nice, but the problem is that there's just a front. Like, there's the front, but the back is, I don't know, a bit barren, I'd say. And also, we don't sell tuff anymore, so that sign isn't very useful. So I've got a schematic in place. I already planned how I was going to transform the build. So let's get started with that. Hey, Editing Craig here. So there was supposed to be a time-lapse right about here for the whole building process, but since I've kind of left the project to rot for over a month on my computer, I hadn't realized that the time-lapse was absolutely horrible, so just have this before-after instead. It's the best I can do. And it's done. So I basically reworked the front a bit, and I added things on the side and on the back because it was a bit, empty. So that's pretty much it. Most importantly, I changed the sign, so now it says that it's rock, because I don't sell tuff, because I can't be bothered with mining it. Also, the inside is slightly different now, but it's not very important. What matters is that there's an option for orders, so people can buy in bulk. And let's just say I already got one order. Just take a look. That's 57 chests, or about 10,000 stacks of stone, which is a lot. So next episode will probably be dedicated to making something that can actually smelt cobblestone fast enough for this. But it pays well, so I don't complain. So that's all for this episode. Thanks for watching. See you in the next video. Bye.